Yep, we're ready, man. And we're live. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? With me tonight, I have my lovely co-host, Filia Noctis.
Hello, Nyctophiliacs.
Mina is here. She will be silent because her voice is still not fully recovered. So
She's the lady behind the yellow stripe.
Exactly. Everybody, keep me in your thoughts and just, send a positive healing vibes. With me tonight, we have the amazingly talented Nightmare's Edge. What's going on, dude?
What's up, buddy? I appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
For, anybody in the chat who might not be familiar with you, why don't you give them a little rundown about what your channel is and what you do?
Well, it's a horror channel, or a horror narration channel. Mostly just fiction and, I guess, paranormal, ghost, possession, true stories, which I'm kind of lacking on right now, but that's kind of where I like to go.
Yeah, I need to get around to asking for some true stories for next month. I always say I'm going to do it at the beginning of the month, and then I freaking forget, and I'm like, I got to do it like with a week left to spare here. So that's about as professional as the interview is going to get. From here, it's just going to be downhill, just real quick.
I will try my best to keep it on track, but it won't happen.
I'm like a chaos magnet. Even at some point, Philly is going to get wrapped up in the chaos, and she's going to forget. She's going to forget to try to rein me in.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're past the introductions, let's get crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask how you ended up with your name.
Actually, that's kind of not really a funny story, but my friend and I went back and forth for about 2 months. Neither one of us really watched any horror narrations or anything like that. The most I ever watched was Nuke's Top 5. And we landed on that one somehow, and we both liked it, and then got into the community and realized that nightmare is one of the most common things you can find. So
Right. All you have to do is add Raven and pasta, and you
right.
hit the trifecta.
But thankfully, people are calling me Edge, so I guess it kind of puts me a little bit different. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's how it happened.
Yeah, that's kind of like me. I put the word nightmares in my name because obviously it's a horror channel, but thankfully, people just stick to, call me PA, so it works.
Yeah.
You have a friend in the chat. Are you going to say hi, PA?
I got 2 friends in the chat. One of them's going to betray me by the end of the night. I know that. But my Jelly and my Ray are here. Also, Edge, I'm going to give you a fair warning. You know it's going to happen. You should watch what you say and be very careful with your words because Ray will take you out of context like he owns you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ray definitely adds to the chaos.
I mean, that's good though, right? I mean, that's what you guys promised.
It is.
What you guys promised.
Why do you think me and Ray are really good friends? Because we both just are embodiments of chaos. Hey, Len's here too. Why don't we? I'm just randomly saying hi to people in the chat. Why don't we see who's all in the chat?
Okay, looks like we got a lot more people than it's showing on watching.
We got the amazing dark little voices.
We do. We've got Creepy Clown Girl and the Sleeping Wendigo.
Hey, wake your ass up, Wendigo. It's showtime.
Right. Lady Nopingham is here today.
We got Edge's bestie in the house.
Yeah. And someone else just popped in. Who was it?
Ray,
all the way
Lynn.
back.
We got the Jelly Bean, the Ray, and the Lynn.
Okay. Lynn LeBlanc. Okay. I think that's everybody.
Everybody, if you don't mind, why don't you, if you feel so inclined, you can go to my tweet and you can retweet me and get more suckers in here to endure the chaos.
Right. Lynn, I hope you are okay. So she says she's got a snowstorm there. Must be one of those ones up in the New England area.
Wendigo, I'm up, PA.
Infinite Psychosis is here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Lynn, be safe, be warm, and hopefully you had some supplies, in your house in case the power would go out.
Yeah, I hope your phone's charged. So you continue to listen to us. Priorities.
So, Edge, you said you hadn't watched a lot of horror content and whatnot. So, what made you decide to want to start a horror narrations channel?
Actually, I've always enjoyed narrating. It's something that I've always enjoyed, but I didn't want to start this channel first. So when I felt comfortable enough with my other channel, then I started the narration channel. But nice. I enjoy horror. I enjoy, I guess, this world, this community I was introduced to. So it all kind of just like brings it all closer together to me, I guess. It's kind of a weird way to say that, but yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Whenever you said you didn't listen to a lot of horror narration, I'm like, that's like usually it's I listen to like this person and this person. It made me want to do it. And I'm just like, I gotta ask him that.
I didn't learn who like Mr. Nightmare or Dark Somnium or Swamp Dweller. I didn't learn who Swamp Dweller was until he replied to one of my tweets like a month ago. And then like Mr. Nightmare, I didn't even learn about until like a month after I'd started my channel. So I mean, like I said, I started following Nuke's Top 5 when he was like 100,000 subscribers. So I've been with him for a while. Wow. Yeah, nice. Back when he was still doing other things other than just like ghosty stuff, So he was the top 5 big fish thing, blah blahs and whatnot. But yeah,
is your other channel a gaming channel or?
It is a gaming channel.
Good place to start. All right, what's your game? What's your favorite game?
Yeah, what's your genre choice?
Right now, I would probably say it's a game called Scum. But my all-time favorite, I guess, would be The Witcher 3.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Right now, I'm addicted to Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Nerd. I mean, that's really cool. No, I'm joking.
No, dude, this game's like different from any other Pokemon game, which is why I'm hooked on it. because there's like it's open world. You can craft stuff. It's just it's very unique for a Pokemon game. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of into this.
The only Pokemon game I've ever played has been Pokemon Go.
Nerd. I was like, you can do it to me. I'm gonna do it right back, boy.
You guys.
Oh, so I know you games. So have you ever played any of the gosh darn it, Shin Megami Tensei games like Persona 5, Digital Devil, Saga, anything like that?
No, I'm more of like the Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, survival games like Scum or games like that. That's
Yeah.
Or well, I guess I played World of Warcraft for 10 years, so I guess that's a little different, but that's kind of my thing, I guess. I could never get into series like Hitman. It's never really my thing, and I don't like Mafia style games. Those are my least favorites.
I don't know if anybody else saw that. For all of our mods out there watching, please make sure to keep an eye on the channel because I just had to report a bot.
We had a bot?
Yeah, we had one. I reported it the second it showed up.
Apollinarius Necra.
Yep. I looked at that. I saw that. I said, "Oh, bot," and I reported it.
How do you know that's a bot?
Did you not see the little V blah blah dot?
Yeah, I see that.
That's if it could have posted, that would have been a link.
Ah, okay. I see. I don't know these things.
It's rare for me to be able to be the first one to go, "Oh, there's one," but I saw it. Just call me the bot smiter.
The mighty bot smiter.
Exactly. Nightmare's Edge. Check out Project Zombie.
Zomboid. Yeah, I know that game, and I've actually thought about playing it a couple times, but it's the if I'm remembering right, that's kind of like the overhead shooter style, right? Like side scroller-ish something. I don't know.
What's
but
up,
I think I know what the game you're talking about.
Dark Horse Tales just rolled on in. What's going on, bro?
Hey, Dark Horse.
So, do you have a particular genre like of horror that you like to narrate the best? Like
the possession and stuff, or
possession, psychological.
I like real things that like could really happen. Like I like real human on human terror, because that to me is really the only scary thing. Like possession and ghosts and all that. Yeah, sure. I love it. I know some of it, it's real and all that, but if I'm reading horror or watching horror, I want something that could potentially actually happen. Is someone staring at me through my window? I don't know. Let me go get up. Oh, look, he's got a knife now. That's the thing for me that I like to narrate. And kind of a little plug here. Paige Turner is actually writing a story, a series of stories for my channel that involves just that. So it's one of the coolest things for me ever to be able to narrate those kinds of stories.
Yeah, like he's doing a great job with that series. I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you.
Dexter just rolled on in.
Yep. Sexy Dexy in the house, everyone.
Woohoo! Sexy Dexy.
I everybody that one day in voice
Dexy.
chat, so now that's his.
Sorry, lady, are you talking about the Summer of '58? That was a great game. Sorry, just saw the question in chat.
No, it's okay.
Hey, Dexter. Thanks for stopping in. I know it's not my show, but I felt like saying it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thanks for stopping in, Dexy.
Let's see. Trying to think of questions. I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
So, Edge, what's been your favorite game that you've played? Like, horror game?
Resident Evil, Code Veronica, way back in 1806 or some shit like that.
Nice.
No, it's the original Code Veronica. That's when I first started going down the horror, and that game has stuck with me through all of these years. So that's going to be my number one horror game.
Have you ever played Dead Space?
Yes, actually, I started playing that on my other channel for a while.
Dude, Dead Space, that game was one of the
good.
few games that actually freaked me out because the atmosphere to that game was just too perfect.
They got a lot of really good sounds going on in that game that really makes it. And
that
stupid little babies are so, those things were so annoying.
Oh, yeah. That very first jump scare in Dead Space 1 where you're just walking and you see the dead Necromorph. You're like, oh, he's dead. And you just walk by him and he just pops up, stabs you in the back. You're like, oh, I've just learned lessons. Don't assume.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're like me in that game, but if I see a dead Necromorph, I don't waste bullets. I just walk up, start stomping on it.
I tried that, but every time I tried that, they always got the best of me, so I just lit them up before I even got to them.
I'd run up to them, and before they could even stand up, I'd stomp on one of their limbs, and then they would start to move. And if I couldn't get another stomp in before they would, I would just step back and I would just pull out the plasma cutter, because that was my only gun that I would use, was the plasma cutter.
I like the plasma cutter. I like the taking off the limbs part, because that just, I don't know, for me it's one of the coolest part of the games to be able to like delimify an enemy.
It's like the only game it's like, headshots won't do you any good here. You gotta take off their limbs to kill them. Yeah. And I would always start with the legs. I would take off the legs first, and then I would watch them crawl at me, and I would switch it to its other setting. And I would just be like, and gun done. And I would just sit there, and I would just, like, with pinpoint accuracy, would take off their limbs. It was just way too much fun.
See, I wasn't that smart. I took out their arms first, just because I like the challenge.
No, I just like watching them crawl. It's like I'll still get you. I'm like, I just took your legs, bitch. Hey, it's my bestie. Mandy's here.
Hey, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Miss Mortem. Oh, she's awesome. She's an awesome, awesome lady.
Yes, and Edge has already got his own. Edge has already got his own nickname, Edgy Wedgie. It just sounds like she's bullying you. She's like, "Hey, Edgy, here's a wedgie."
It's okay. It's okay. I'm tough. Damn it. No.
Fine. It's fine.
So, you've always been interested in horror?
Absolutely. It goes back to I kind of told the story on the other one. When this all started was Child's Play. When I was 8 years old, I was forced to watch that, and then my parents for that Christmas got me a My Buddy doll. So that's kind of where it all started, I guess, for me.
Oh, yeah, I could see.
Yeah, my parents were big,
was that?
So I mean, it made me the man I am today. So no.
It made me the man I am today. If I see a porcelain doll, I kill it with fire.
You guys know the My Buddy doll, right? I mean, it's almost identical to the. Yeah.
Yes.
I used to tie him up to the end of my bed every night. My mom would come in and untie him and sit him in the chair next to me while I was sleeping.
Oh.
So.
Yeah,
that's how that started. That's why I'm not fucked up at all.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry about the F-bomb there.
You're good.
No, it's okay.
We can swear. You can swear all you want here. I do it all the time. But
I do too.
One of the first horror movies I ever watched was Children of the Corn, and I live by a bunch of fucking cornfields, like a bunch, to the point where I'm surrounded on all sides by literally corn. And
yeah, that's not scary.
I remember watching it, and I was like fucking 6 or 7, and my mom and sister wanted to go for a walk, and we were walking, and my sister pushes me into the cornfield, and I just freak out. And then I threw her into the cornfield, and she freaked out because she was equally as afraid of the cornfield as I was.
Have you watched it recently?
Well, like the original?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. It's so bad. It's so corny and bad, but it's still one of my favorites.
No, I get it, because I mean, yeah. But like when I watch it now, I'm like, what was I afraid of?
What are you?
Ray?
Ray, yep.
but like the acting was terrible and the CGI equally terrible. But the actual story that they came up with for that was not terrible. It was a good story.
That was Stephen King. That's a Stephen King story.
Yeah, which is why it didn't suck. But the acting was okay. The acting wasn't terrible. It was just it was what it was for back then. But the CGI was just bad.
I don't remember there being a lot of CGI in that movie. I thought that was more.
It was more realistic, but there was like the scenes where the He Who Walked Behind the Rose would show up, and you'd see that like bulge in the corn moving, and at the end where Malachi went into was getting like devoured by He Who Walks Behind the Rose, all that like lightning and stuff. It was just, it wasn't great.
So, were you more into the scary movies or the scary books?
Scary movies. I actually didn't start reading until I was in high school. Not that I couldn't read. I just didn't actually start reading for fun until I was in high school. And I actually started with Star Wars novels. And then I just went down that road. I mean, the original canon for Star Wars, like the New Republic and some of the was so good. Like any author that stepped into that realm, their writing becomes 10 times better.
Right.
Yeah.
But now Disney fucked that all up and got rid of that as canon. So, but movies for me when it comes to the horror.
That's cool.
I'm just gonna take this moment to just let Filia have her moment.
Thank you. My Chris is here. Hello, Chris. I love you. My Chris. My Chris. Not anybody else's. She's my Chris. Thank you. I'm done.
Yeah, I was never one for. I'm not big into Star Wars. Never have been. Lord of the Rings has always been like where I nerd out the most.
Yeah. See, it's for me, Star Wars. I could literally talk for 10 hours before I needed a break about Star Wars. It's ridiculous, and I hate it about myself, but I also kind of love it. So,
okay, so in a battle, Luke or Frodo?
I mean, that's going to be Luke, because Frodo's a crybaby. And if it weren't for Sam, what would have happened to Frodo?
No, he would have been dead.
I mean, seriously, like the first time he put the damn ring on, he would have been taken by the Nazgul. I mean, yeah.
And
I can go down the Lord of the Rings path too if we need to.
Unless we're talking about a universe where Frodo never got rid of the ring and was taken by like the Nazgul and became like Dark Frodo and had like all of Sauron's powers, then Luke might be in some trouble.
Okay, what about Gandalf and Darth?
Oh, Gandalf would whoop Darth Vader's ass.
Negative, sir. Because Darth Vader has the ability. Do we really want to go down this path?
Sure.
Okay, so here's the thing with Darth Vader. Darth Vader does have the ability to project images into your mind. And what is Gandalf afraid of? Balrogs, of course. So what does Darth Vader do? Balrog. Oh, you should not pat. Oh, look, he's got a saber through his chest. Game over.
Sorry. Gandalf is actually technically a demigod. Therefore, I'm just gonna pull that card out and be like, Gandalf could whip Vader's ass because he's just a human. All Gandalf has to do is literally just stop his heart, in which Gandalf can do. Because what is Vader?
We'll agree to disagree.
What is Vader? He's just a human that's literally held together by a machine, by a machine that could easily be stopped with a little jolt of lightning.
Actually, I like Mandy Mortem's reasoning on why Darth would lose. His asthma.
His asthma.
If you guys don't
Mandy
mind,
Mortem for the win.
I saw that Dexter had a question, so I'm just going to answer that real quick. He says, "How did you wind up meeting and working with Paige Effin Turner?" So to answer that real quick, actually, that was Lady Nopingham who introduced me to a story of hers, and then I just started reading all of her stories. And then I contacted her about reading one of her stories, which turned into writing a story, which turned into 5 stories, which may turn into more. So that's how that happened.
Nice.
That's cool. I love how our community like, here, let me hook you up with my writing guy, and like, here, I write with this guy named Ray.
I like Christine
introduce you to
Baker.
him.
I like her. Gandalf is not more powerful than Darth Vader.
I'm sorry, he is. He's literally a god.
I mean, really? I mean,
Yes.
he's a sorcerer who fell down a hole with a Balrog. What happened there, buddy? Did things not turn up?
Have you ever read the Silmarillion?
No, actually, I haven't read that.
Okay, so Silmarillion is literally the origin story for essentially how Middle Earth was created, and Gandalf is one of the, like, all the wizards and God of War are essentially the demigods. They would be equivalent to like the archangels of the Bible, and which they can actually create life.
Mandy.
For anybody who has not read the Silmarillion,
your argument's invalid now, buddy, because now we know why you're arguing so hard.
He's got the hots for Gandhi.
No. If I had the hots for anybody, let's be real here, it'd be Aragorn.
Oh, yeah. Well, who doesn't?
That dude, the speech at the end of the 3rd movie makes me tear up every time.
No, I think it would have to be Legolas for me, you know? That pretty, beautiful blonde hair.
Beautiful elf.
Yeah, those ears. Yeah. I mean, think about that.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Those ears can be used for more than just hearing.
Pinhead, 100%. Yeah, 3-minute psychosis. Pinhead, 100%.
You think so? I think it would be Freddy.
I think it's Pinhead because he's got the power of hell itself.
Now, you know what would be an interesting battle? Is Legolas versus Boba Fett. That would be an interesting battle.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
Right?
At the speed at which he could shoot those damn arrows, but the only problem, he's got the Mandalorian armor, which means Legolas is going to have to be pinpoint precise with his arrows, which he is. It would be a good fight. I would pay a couple bucks to see that. Maybe. If I couldn't download it from somewhere.
I would pay money to see that. I don't know who to put my money on though, because I want to put it in Legolas, but I'm thinking Boba Fett's got it because all that futuristic tech. See, that's the problem with putting up like Star Wars against Lord of the Rings, is because they're from two different, very different places in time.
But
but still,
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
Gandhi's a demigod, so there shouldn't be a problem, right?
But that would be like saying who would win, Harry Potter or freaking Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker, because Harry Potter's
got that little wand. That's all he's got. Without that, what has he got?
Well, and without Hermione telling him which spells to do. Hermione pretty much did all that. It may have been Harry Potter's hand, but it was Hermione's mind that did all of that.
I mean, she's the only reason they survived as long as they did.
Right,
it definitely wasn't Ron. I mean,
No. Ron is like a golden retriever. Big, goofy, and happy. That's Ron. Ron is Harry's pet golden retriever.
Dobby versus Gollum. Gollum would rip Dobby a new axe.
Dobby's magic.
Oh my god.
Dobby has magic.
This is true. Dobby
but Dobby was just way too nice for his own good, and Gollum's way too smart for his own good. So Gollum could just be like, "I'm your friend," and then the Dobby would just turn his back, and freaking Gollum would snap.
No. Dobby was a deceptive little prick who would have won that fight with Gollum. I promise.
I don't know. I would want to side with Dobby, but He like if he thought you were on the side of Harry Potter, it was way too trusting.
Yeah.
And Gollum is very smart, and Gollum would be able to figure out what Dobby's weak spot was. And the second Dobby turned his back, Gollum would snap his neck like it freaking didn't exist.
And like eat his fingers or something.
I'm going to be honest. I've never read one of the Harry Potter books ever, and I've only watched like 3 movies. So,
oh, good question. Infinite Psychosis says the Juggernaut or the Hulk.
The Hulk, easy.
You
Because
think?
the Hulk, Hulk gets stronger every time he's put up against someone who challenges him. Other than whatever, Marvel's stupid. Every time he gets put up against someone that challenges him, he becomes stronger, better, faster. So, and all he has to really do is rip off Juggernaut's helmet, which that's Wolverine did that quite a few times, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the thing, like in the first Hulk movie that Marvel made, they actually did like show that like if the Hulk takes damage, he gets stronger because he was being like pelted with like missiles and machine gun fire. And he was actually growing in size as he was taking this damage, and I'm just like, hey, they're actually showing that the Hulk gets stronger if you can actually hurt him some. And
so that is actually canon then. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and in which case, if eventually you stop hurting him, he's just like he just flicks you like you're nothing. Hulk has almost killed Thor. Can't remember if he actually killed Thor, but Hulk has whipped up on Thor's ass a few times.
Okay.
Hulk's like, you're a god. Whatever.
Mandy says that Gollum dishwashing meme is still the best.
Mandy, you gotta send me that. I've never seen it before. I want to see it now.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Okay. So we have not discussed Sam and Dean yet.
Discussed who?
Sam and Dean Winchester.
Supernatural, the greatest.
I don't know.
Show ever existed.
Supernatural?
Yes. I'm joking. I know who they are.
I vote blue. No.
It's the greatest TV show to ever exist for any reason. It's really not, but I'll still die on that. I'll still die on that hill.
I'm gonna let you die alone up there.
because Dean Winchester is one of the greatest characters to ever be written, and their soundtrack was amazing.
Charlie was the only decent character in that whole series. I'm just joking. Absolutely joking. I know I just offended a lot of people, but Charlie was my favorite character.
Charlie was awesome, though. I will admit. Charlie, Dean, and Bobby were my 3 favorite characters.
Yeah, Bobby was. I enjoyed the show. Every once in a while, Sam's eyebrows got to me, so I had to stop watching for a little bit. But then,
dude, Sam's hair, man, was just like, can you roll? Can you tame that a little bit? Dean's hair was like always on point and immaculate, and Sam's like, I don't care about my hair.
It was the eyebrows that got me, man. It was
the eyebrows.
Okay, when you go back and watch an episode after the second season, anytime Sam's face is on screen, I see nothing but eyebrows because they are so, and it's because they're so expressive, and there's so many different angles that they're like.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna stop. I enjoy the series.
So, in your opinion, Sam or Dean?
Like, are we going to be friends, buddies, or are we talking about
who's
potential?
Better, Sam or Dean?
Dean,
character.
Definitely Dean.
Okay.
Sam.
Because it sounded like you were fanboying a little bit for Sam there.
Not with those eyebrows. I mean,
Dude, Sam is honestly my least favorite character in that entire series.
he's so annoying. He gets so whiny all the time. The only time I liked him is when he become like half evil. You know, when he was, I guess, brought
When
back
he was
from
soul-
the dead.
when he was soulless, and he was such an
Yes.
asshole.
That was the only time I actually kind of liked him.
There was that one episode where they were talking, where it's like, you know, it was like they thought it was UFOs, and it turned to be out to be like fairy folk, and Sam's like, I feel like I got Dean's like, I feel like I got the crazy all over me, and he's like, no, but you did set in a little bit of glitter, but the whole time he's just being a super dick to that old lady. He's just like, it was just that whole scene was hilarious. I'm like, God, why can't Sam be like this all the time?
Who's Mary?
Mary was the mom.
She was only in a couple of episodes, right?
No. She came. Spoiler alert! She came back to life.
Oh, right. Wait,
But I
that was
thought- I
like
thought she
season
was-
56 or something like that, right? Did she come back?
Season 56.
Sorry.
I mean, if you haven't seen it at this point, you know, it's kind of on you.
That's just
Okay,
your
but
fault.
I thought she like died again.
Oh, me, it's just
I
posted
don't
for
know.
Discord.
I think so, but without spoilers. I think she does in sort of a sacrificial way.
And at this point, spoilers don't matter with that show because it's over.
Fair enough.
Although
But,
I heard something about them may be re-upping
The-
it or something.
There's a spinoff in the works called The Winchesters.
Okay.
But apparently, we have a question. It says, "Have you any thoughts on writing your own stories for narrations?" I guess they're asking you because by now we all know I write my own stories.
So I've actually written 2 stories that have been narrated. One of them is actually on my channel called something. Amnesia's Puzzle, I think. And then a second one is actually Don't Fuck with Tessa, which actually Lady Nopingham read, narrated on her channel.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not really a writer, but I enjoy scribbling, so
Scribbling.
mostly in
that's cool.
crayon.
I enjoy just letting my fingers type words and see if it makes a coherent story. Sometimes it does. Other times I look at it and I'm like, why does any of this think it would ever be good?
And sometimes you do it so I can edit it and just make myself crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if Edge knows, but Edge, the first story I ever wrote was called The Choice, and it took me literally 2 years to write.
No, I didn't. Is that on your
Stuff
channel?
Doesn't take that long.
Yeah. It was the very first story I ever wrote. It's on my channel. It was the very first story I have ever written, and it took me 2 years. And it was because every time I wrote it, I was writing it for Creepy Ghost Stories to narrate. And he's like, it needs to be longer, so I rewrote it. And then he's like, but these things don't make sense. So I rewrote it. And then I kept switching tints, and I had to fix all that. And there were times where I just said, you know what? F this story. It's dead. And then I would delete the entire story and start from scratch because it pissed me out to the point where I'm like, you're beyond saving. Time to die.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't. I don't know how or why I wrote those stories, but actually, I do know why. But yeah, I don't know how much I'll write anymore because it's not like something I necessarily passionate about. But I did have fun writing those stories, at least.
Well, there you go.
There are a couple more floating around out there that may be narrated at some point, but we shall see.
Bye, Ray. Have a good evening.
Bye, Ray.
Write good stuff.
Ray, you are not permitted to leave. I have not given you permission. You are my property.
And I believe Christine Baker just subbed to you, Edge.
Hell yeah! Thank you very much,
But,
Christine. I
but good
appreciate
night.
that so much.
But good night, Ray. I love you, dude. I'm assuming Jellybean might be going too, so she is. Love you, Jellybean.
She says you have a very soothing voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I quite often will go down and visit Chris, and we'll do our nails together, and sit there and just listen to different narrators, just like binge on them.
So is you and Christine or Chris know each other in real life? That's cool.
Christine Baker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
I also know CCG in real life.
Oh,
Great
very
clown
cool.
girl.
Yeah.
So, us Arizona girls got to stick together.
Too hot out there.
It's not that much hotter than West Texas. I mean, come on. Who are you kidding?
Fair enough.
I've been to El Paso. That's like Hell's Taint.
Hell's Taint. Oh my god, I fucking love that.
I'm
I'm
not.
also multitasking because Seraphine was asking me a question. So Lady Nope asks, how long did it take you to write Don't Fuck with Tessa?
An hour and a half, I think.
You're me.
I don't remember exactly how long. Yeah, it's been a minute since I wrote that, but I think it was about an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not too bad at all. Okay, so let's say you are a very, very bad boy, and you are in
Naughty
the
boy.
Tavern jail.
Wait, am I a bad boy or a naughty boy? Because those are two different things.
Well,
Oh,
you're
bad
gonna
boy.
die in the morning.
Okay, so I'm a bad boy. All right.
What
you
would
can
you
be my
want?
naughty boy.
Oh my god! What? I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
Damn
I
it,
realize
PA.
sometimes that my voice elicits certain reactions from people. But
I told you, I'm
What?
chaos incarnate, my friend.
you need to retard that arousal, sir.
What
Sorry.
would be your what would be your last meal, and how would you like to die?
So my last meal is going to be my French toast. I would like to be able to create that amazingness myself. And I still think I want to go with the guillotine idea.
Guillotine, okay.
I'm with you.
Guillotine, I agree with that.
I'm with you on the guillotine, man. I'm with you.
Yeah. It's fast, it's very sure, and yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, the self-restraint I'm using right now, Lady Nope says. Lady Nope, we don't use self-restraint here.
We're gonna have to get her on.
This is my house. In my house, there are no rules, only chaos. This is why CCG won't let me on her show.
Right?
I mean, in all
Right?
fairness, CC does
I'm
have a good reason for that.
I'm joking. She'll let me on anytime I want. I just don't have time to show up a lot of times.
Okay, so speaking of CCG, if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Start narrating sooner. Because honestly, there are some. Yeah, I'm just gonna say narrating sooner.
Shut up and say. Mine would be like, take that money and put it in the bank and save it. You dumb shit.
Yes, Mandy, grilled cheese. So damn good.
I'll make you a grilled cheese, Mandy. Mm-hmm.
See, Dexter, that's actually the reason why I like that. There's a possibility I'm going to see my decapitated body laying there. And, for a brief moment.
For a brief moment, his head is detached to his body, and he can be like, I truly have become a god, and then die. Oh.
No, I think you'd be more like the death scene in Tombstone, where Doc Holliday says something about, oh my, what a peculiar feeling, or something like that. and then die.
Also, we all know what Edge's last words would be. If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Auto cheese erotic asphyxiation. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That
That's
that
just
sounds a little painful.
yeah.
Jeez.
This is what the stream has become, and I'm not mad at it.
Nope, this happens.
Mia is slapping her face right now. She just put the emoji in the Discord.
Yeah, she's face palming.
I have made Mia face palm, therefore I am not God.
Well, you have to do that and break one of us at least every stream.
Oh, I break Mia every single time, every single Saturday. It's what I do.
Yep, and she keeps coming back for more.
It's because for some reason you guys actually like me. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no explanation for that.
Or it's the torture they like. I mean, it's always a possibility.
I mean, right. If that's their king, that's their king.
Not gonna knock them for that. I mean, everybody likes something a little weird.
Oh my god. Okay. What else do we want to know about this young man? Boxers or briefs?
Oh, boxers, definitely.
Oh, okay. I don't know why.
He goes commando.
No, that's gonna be DLV.
Dude, I remember I was scrolling through Twitter. DLV put that weird stripper name, and it was Commando something, and I was at work and I just broke. I was not expecting to see that.
That's like the color of your underwear.
Yeah, color of your underwear and the last thing. No, it was the color of your underwear and the last thing you ate was your stripper name, and I forget what it was he ate, but he was like Commando something, and I was just like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that post, but I declined to comment on it because I felt uncomfortable about his stripper name.
Oh. It's like, what? Uncomfortable? Us? We don't make people uncomfortable. We do kink shame. Stripper name Kink Twinkie.
Kink Twinkie.
Commando ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, that's what it was. Commando ice cream sandwich. You can eat my ice cream sandwich any day, DLV. Mm-hmm.
With them French fried potatoes.
With them French fried potatoes.
Okay.
Poor Ed
More
wasn't expecting
questions.
this. So, questions. Where do you see your channel in the next year?
Oh. That's a good question. Because I really haven't thought about it. I just want to continue to improve my narration ability and just see where it goes from there. I mean, I would like for it to be, well on my way to 1,000 subs, but we will see.
Texture.
That is
the jerk with a
I know,
twerk.
I just read that. Oh, I think that is I think that's a lot of us. We just want to improve and do our best and hope that our fans appreciate what we're trying to do.
And that's my thing is I want to make a connection with the people who actually watch my stuff. I don't know why they watch my stuff because I just kind of feel like I blabber on, but it's
we all feel like that, man.
Thanks, PA. I know that sounded sarcastic, but it's not.
And when I said, like, you know, we all feel like that. We all feel like when we're narrating, like we're like, why do people watch us? I know I definitely feel like, why the hell do people watch my stuff? I suck. And they're like, no, you're really good. And I'm like, I know you mean that, but at the same time, I feel like you're just saying it to be nice.
Right? You're only sub to be because you're my friend.
It's because I said hi that one time, isn't it?
That's what it is. Okay, so I got a question actually, because I'm torn on this subject. What some people just, when you watch their video, they immediately start narrating. There's no intro or anything, and then some people have, you know, obviously intros. Where do you fall in that? Do you like having intros, or do you think it's like a wasted time?
I like intros, like either on my videos or others people's, because I feel that that's, if you're not doing premieres, or even if you are doing premieres, there's a time for a personal moment between you and the audience. You know, recently one of my streams, we come up with a nickname for people who watch my stuff, and that's Nightcrawlers. And I like being able to address people as that, because to me that's kind of a connection that I have with people who are, knock on wood, enjoying my content. So, and it also gives me a chance to actually say, hey, thanks to everybody who's somehow participated in this video. I like them, as the same with outros. I like, because it's a personal, for me, it's not about time. It's about making sure there's a connection, or some people at least understand that I'm trying to make a connection with them.
Good answer. I like that. 'Cause I kind of feel the same way. But there's a lot of people that just start narrating, and you're like, wait, what? Are we ready?
Yeah, it's like, shit, now
ready.
I have to back up because I wasn't listening there the first 10 seconds.
Exactly. Where's my, you know. So that's cool. Okay, Christine Baker says, I love it when narrators do live streams to get personal and get to know your subscribers. Cool.
Apparently my subscribers don't like to get to know me because I lost like 3 subscribers at one live stream.
Right.
Apparently they're like, this guy's too chaotic. I don't know if I like him anymore. It's all right. Only the real ones stick around for the chaos.
So here's a question from the Yellow Stripe. What was the hardest story you read? What was the hardest story you read? Other to read, or emotional was hard? Wow. She Englished, sort of. What was the hardest story to read, and was it like emotion? I guess, was it emotionally difficult to do? I don't know what she's saying. So what was the hardest story you had to read?
I'm gonna have to think about that one for a second. Because a lot of the stories don't, I guess I'm able to separate myself from them emotionally. The only one that I've sort of had a problem doing that with was my very first story. Was actually a Bloody Mary story that was actually given to me by a real life personal friend of mine. So for me, reading over that story and knowing the experience that she went through, because she's relaying this to me, it was a little harder, because then I can actually picture her going through that situation. But even then, I was just like, you know, don't be a baby. So it's, you know, it's not like true life or real life crime, where there could be like, you know, stories about kids or something of that nature. But a lot of mine really haven't been a lot of personal, like hard feeling wise, I suppose, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
There was one story I read, and I remember something happened with the dog, and as I'm narrating it, the thing happens to the dog. I'm like, oh, like I had to go back and redo that entire sentence because of oh.
Yeah, I don't like it when the dogs get hurt. I don't even like watching movies where dogs die. If I know there's a dog in the movie and he's gonna die, I won't watch the movie. You can kill all of the human beings you want. Leave the dogs alone.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same. And thankfully, I haven't had any stories or anything like that about, an animal being killed, specifically dogs. And that's the one thing I like, for Paige writing this story for me. One of the big characters, one of my favorite characters in any story ever is Eddie, which is actually the name of my dog, the weird one laying behind me. But she is making sure that he's not going to be hurt or injured in the story. So I'm happy about that. Kids could die off and I'd be okay. But the dog,
I remember in that story, dude, it took me for the longest time to realize you weren't talking to a real person, but you were talking to your bow. And I'm like, oh, he's talking to his bow. That's okay.
Oh, you're talking about the game story, the story of strife.
I just like, oh, he's talking to his bow. Okay, I got you. We're on the same wavelength now.
He snapped at some point.
It's like he went cuckoo bananas. It's fine.
That was a fun thing to do.
Dead air. We've got dead air. Oh no.
Dead air. So what other stories you got coming up other than the Paige series?
The Paige series.
The Paige series.
I mean, I really haven't gone beyond that. Like, I've got one that's coming out Tuesday. That's the 4th, and then the 5th is hopefully going to be the following Tuesday. But beyond that, I don't have anything else planned. I'm very bad at planning sometimes. That's why we don't have any true life stories right now.
Honestly, most of my stuff, I guess, people give me stories, and I'm just like, oh, I have stories to do now. Yay! I don't have to actually look.
Yeah,
and then when I have to look, I'm just like, oh, I don't really feel like it. Let me go to HR, because HR has given me permission to do all of his stories, so he has plenty of stories that for me to do. So I just go, meh, we'll pick one.
Oh, that's good though. I mean, I guess I do need to start really thinking about what I'm going to do going forward. But for right now, I've just been dropping so much time into these stories that I just want to make them as good as I can. So I've been spending a little extra time on each edit with those.
Well, that makes sense though. I mean,
they're a lot of fun. She's doing a great job.
Yep.
Honestly, you said she, and this is the first time I've heard anybody refer to Paige as he or she. For some reason, I always just assumed that Paige Turner was a guy.
Yeah, I think you're not the first. I think someone else in the premiere the other night was referring to Paige as a guy, or thought Paige was a guy.
That happens occasionally. People get mistaken for, a different gender. Like poor Derringer. For months, I was telling people that Derringer was a girl.
Hey, Derringer that is not their name anymore. Derringer is now Drainage. Oh. And Bard is not Bard anymore. He is Brad. It is now Brad and Drainage, okay? Everybody remember? Well, I was typing on my phone, and for some reason my phone turned Bard into Brad and Derringer into Drainage. And so from now now I just refer to them as Brad and Drainage.
That works.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to be on the Brad and Drainage show tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
That was what Bard was. That was what Bard was messaging me about. He asked me if I could be on it tomorrow, and because I am actually off of work for a very rare Sunday, I can be on it. So yay!
Yay! If you have the link, drop it.
I don't think they have it up. I don't think they have it, but it's going to be on this channel.
Oh, on the Nevermore Collective.
Yep. And it's nerd talk, and true to form, we'll be talking about Power Rangers tomorrow. And I have no shame about that whatsoever.
So you're talking to them about Power Rangers on their show tomorrow?
Yep, that's what Bard's bringing me on to do is nerd out with them about Power Rangers.
Be sure to watch that Power Ranger thing before then, so you can share that around. Because I promised it's worth it.
I'm so watching it after the stream. That's it. I have it pulled up on a separate YouTube tab, ready to just hit play after the stream's over.
It's so worth it, man.
Okay, so in the book about your life, what chapter do you think you would use to sell the book?
Pop it. Call the timeout quick. Madam Raven just showed up.
Oh, hello, Madam Raven.
Pop it in quick to say hi before I start dinner. Hey, Madam Raven, how you doing?
Hi, Madam Raven.
I hope you're well.
God, Jesus,
there's a bot.
I got it. Report. Unwanted spam. Reported. Bloody bots.
Okay. So, anyway, the book of your life, what chapter would you be using to sell this book?
End of high school, early college.
Why?
I decline to answer. No.
I plead the fifth.
That's just where a lot of crazy shit happened. You know, I went to Venezuela. I went to obviously college, but I also went to on a tour of New York. Did a lot of crazy shit there. Ate a lot of pizza there. Met a lot of crazy people there. You know, and the high school that I went to was kind of different, so a lot of weird things happened there as well. So definitely that time frame.
Oh, fun times.
Yep, definitely was.
I think mine would be like now, since I'm doing the YouTube thing. That's probably the most interesting thing that's ever happened in my life.
I don't know which chapter I would use. I've had so many strange things.
Question from Infinite Psychosis: how many times did you clone yourself in this realm?
13, but there's only one left.
We're at like 330, but we keep merging ourselves to gain more. The Nevermore Collective. What is your biggest fear?
Ooh, that's a good one.
My biggest fear is having to deal with stupid people. Edge, what is your biggest fear?
So, not being able to protect the ones that I love. That is my biggest fear, being put in a situation. Do you guys remember that movie with Clive? No, not Clive, but the dude from Gamer.
Gerard Butler.
Yes, he was in a movie and he was tied up and was forced to watch his wife be murdered.
Yeah,
I can't remember that.
Dark quick.
Yeah, I know, but that's my biggest fear, is being put into a situation sort of like that. That is absolutely my biggest fear.
Yeah, that would probably be my biggest fear too. That and having to deal with stupid people.
And sharks.
And sharks.
Sharks don't scare me. I just
land sharks.
I just don't go to the ocean.
Right?
Just
there's a reason I live in Arizona.
I don't go into a place where I'm not the apex predator. So I don't go into the ocean. I stay away from the woods.
Don't come to Arizona.
Don't go to Australia. Spiders there are literally bigger than my face and would kill me.
I just saw a TikTok, as a matter of fact, talking about this spider in Arizona, in Australia. Sorry, it's a funnel web spider, and it has a very specific toxin, and it's not deadly except the primates. So dogs, cats, whatever. Just it's for primates. So how did this spider, this native to Australia, where there are no primates, develop this toxin?
Teleportation.
I mean, doesn't that just fuck with your mind? There's a spider out there that is designed to do nothing but kill humans.
Jesus.
Makes you think, don't it? And Australia took everybody's guns away, so you can't even shoot the damn thing.
That's fine. They didn't take their hairspray and lighters away. You kill them with fire anyway.
Say, we still got flamethrowers. Okay, what else do we need to ask? Come on, PA. Gotta help me here.
Oh, come on. What, you don't got questions? So,
I'm asking them all.
So, when do you stream for your gaming channel, bro?
Generally Wednesdays and Sundays. However, my computer's a dick, so I haven't been able to do any gaming for the last month.
Jeez, that sucks.
Oh yeah, it's a real bitch, and I want to break my computer because of it. But I think, fingers crossed, I may have been able to fix it. But it would be Sundays and Wednesdays.
So
right. And do you have links to your gaming page on your narrating page?
I don't actually. I was sort of keeping them separated, just because there's no real reason. I just wanted to see how fast my narration channel would grow without any outside influence from the gaming channel.
Okay, makes sense.
Mia, there's a question in the chat. What would you do if you woke up and discovered you were the last person on Earth? Sigh of relief and be thankful.
I would be finding me a really fast sports car.
Right.
I mean,
vroom,
that's
vroom,
just
motherfucker. Vroom vroom.
Right.
Gotta be careful though, because if you're the last person and you fuck up.
I mean, but that's just it. We can't repopulate the world at that point. Yeah. And I'm definitely not going to be smart enough to ever clone somebody. So might as well just go out at 200 miles an hour, right?
If you go out, I mean, what if you just lay there and suffer for?
That's true. That's true. All right, we better go 250.
Right? I mean, if you're going to die when you do this, you got to make sure you don't survive the crash.
Because that would absolutely suck.
It would.
Thanks for that. That's never been a problem in my imagination before. What if I don't?
And now you're like, oh, now you're just taking the fun out of everything.
All right. So perhaps if one of us were to pull up the list of questions, maybe that's what the issue is.
I've been contemplating doing that for the last 5 minutes, but I keep forgetting.
Because I don't have it pulled up either. And I can tell that you don't because, well, we keep hitting dead air. We don't normally do this. We don't normally hit dead air. We usually have questions to fall back on.
Questions. We already asked that one. What is your favorite part of being... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I just saw you ask a question. Do you ever play on the PS4? I used to until it died, and I just haven't felt like replacing it. Sorry.
What is your favorite part of being in the horror community?
The people. So far, I know that there's been a lot of drama around certain aspects of the horror community lately, which I generally don't give a shit about, but the people that I've met so far have been absolutely fantastic. Some of the coolest people that I've met. So yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be final answer.
Okay. So you are set to make an ice cream sundae. And on the table in front of you is every freaking topping you could ever imagine. From gummy bears to cookie crumbles, caramel sauce, butterscotch, everything. What do you put on your ice cream sundae?
Cashews and hot fudge.
Interesting. Nice. Cashews. Okay. Are they raw cashews or roasted cashews?
Now you stumped me up. Let's go with roasted.
Good idea. The raw ones are not quite as good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, Cece asked the question. If you were a dessert,
right, I just changed it up.
Oh, you just changed it up. All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any horror movie guilty pleasures, like movies that are so bad but you just enjoy them to the point where like you think they're amazing?
Idle Hands.
Oh God, I love that movie.
Yes.
Oh,
it's so bad it's good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
I really like Seth Green. Actually, I think he's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, he and that other guy did a really good job as zombies. So.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your favorite horror book that you've ever read?
The cashews.
So, sorry.
What's your favorite book that you've read? Like horror book?
Horror book. See, that's probably I've never actually read a horror book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, like when I said I don't really read for pleasure much, I really don't. And most of the stories that I read now are just the short stories. So that's.
Well, then we'll adapt. What is the favorite story you've read on your channel?
On my channel, okay. All right, this might be biased, but I think so far my favorite one has been my last story that I actually narrated. From Paige, which is the coming soon. Or no, not coming soon, but shit, now I can't remember the name of it. Stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's getting dark, and there's some weird, crazy shit that's happening, and it was a lot of fun to read. Try to put the sound effects, get the right music. It was just a lot of fun.
Will you read a PA story, and why is the answer yes?
Who would you want to read your eulogy? Like anybody, live, dead, anybody.
Lady Nottingham.
Lady Nottingham. And what do you think they would say?
Here lies Edge. You probably did something stupid.
Yes. That's about the extent of it. We may never know how stupid it was, but you can be damn sure it was stupid.
Oh, God.
Also, yes, PA, if you sent me a story, I would absolutely read it.
There you go.
Okay, this seems like a fun one. Tell us something that is true nobody agrees with you on.
Say that one more time.
Tell us something that is true about yourself or tell us something that is true that almost nobody agrees on you with.
Agrees with you.
Yeah,
like something
that's true that like nobody agrees.
Okay, I'm going to need to think about that one just for a second. That if aliens come here, they're not coming here to be friendly. They are here for resources. And what's the number one resource on this planet? Humans. They are coming here for us. As yeah, they're coming for us, not.
I agree with you. I actually agree with you on that.
I do too. Oh,
they're not friendly.
Son of a bitch.
Here's a fun one for Edge. If your best friend calls in the middle of the night and says, "I need to hide a body," what do you say? And if yes, what do you bring?
What do I bring? I mean, it's gonna have to be my reciprocating Saul, because clearly we're gonna need to like dissect this thing so that we can like spread out. Luckily, there's several rivers near us, so getting rid of those is gonna be pretty easy, I think. But yeah, reciprocating Saul. That's my answer.
I know who I'm calling.
It ain't the Ghostbusters.
That's a good answer.
Here I like
man
this
with
one.
a plan.
I like this one. If you could choose 2 famous people in history, who would you want to be on your team during the zombie apocalypse?
So Jason X, because can't kill that fucker, and he's got metal now. So that would be one. And the second one would have to be Aang from the Avatar.
Well, they said famous people in history. I think
history. Okay. All right. Abe Lincoln. Because he killed vampires. I mean, that was a true story. So
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that one too.
That's so true.
Okay. I don't know who I would.
I would require someone like Jason Statham, who's very very fit and it's got a black belt and multiple different martial arts, and then I would need someone like Kevin Hart or Gabriel Iglesias just for the comedy relief, because killing zombies has got to be stressful work. You're gonna need to laugh at some point.
Right. Oh, that yeah.
Right. So I guess I gotta need to change my Jason X answer because I forgot that it's.
I would have what the fuck was his name? Bowie, the knife dude.
Sylvester Stallone, who played Rambo.
No, the real guy that invented the Bowie knife.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who the hell that guy is.
He invented the knife was named after him. I want him on my team.
He had a weird first name, right? Like,
yeah, I can't remember.
Rizone or Riz.
I don't know. Someone look that up.
Daniel Bowie.
Daniel Bowie?
Yeah.
Really? It was Daniel?
Well, that's what Mia says, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, she's pretty smart. I may have to trust. David Bowie. Yeah, he'd be good to have too.
David Bowie.
I'll need our entertainment.
Right?
Yeah, we need some entertainment going on. So we're almost out of time. So I got to ask the most famous of questions, and that would be if alligators and crocodiles could fly.
You already asked this.
I didn't ask it on air. We need his answer on air. How would humanity fare?
If alligators and what could fly?
Crocodiles.
Okay, so not well. Mostly because I'm pretty certain they would quickly learn how to dive bomb shit.
I don't even think they would learn. I think they would be flying. They would see a human, and their initial response would be like, "Get that motherfucker as fast as you can." And you just hear from the sky, and you just see like this guy go from like being a whole person to be like being cut in half. You're like,
yep.
Damn. I feel like that's
pretty
how
certain we would learn to live underground pretty damn quick. At least the smart ones would.
It's like we go underground to live, but then we have to go up and go above ground to like try to find food and shit. And you're like, you just go, I wish you luck in your endeavor. Probably never see you again. Bye.
Right? Maybe we'd have to train bears.
And like I said, of course, there would be people who would try to weaponize these things and train them. And if if that happened, I would join that army, and I would ride the dragons into battle.
I would like to.
So if you survive and manage to get a saddle on your flying alligator,
you steal one of the eggs. You steal one of the eggs, and now we want to hatch and it prints on you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that way, it grows up only recognizing you as its parent, and it keeps you safe.
Until it decides it's hungry.
Right.
Oh no, that's when you feed it. That's when you feed other people to it. You're like, don't eat me, eat them. They are food. I am friend.
I would like to live in a world like that because that sounds fun. Where we're training flying alligators.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
And of course, then eventually they evolve into dragons. Get yourself a party.
Of course, you guys are talking about really large reptiles being able to fly, and they poop.
It's true.
Could you just imagine those turds coming down from the sky? It's like,
yeah,
better hope they have a good diet going on and they're not hard, because that'll kill you.
It'd be like living under Pegasus's flight plan, flight path.
It's like, not only do we got to worry about them dive bombing us, we got to worry about them shitting on us too.
Exactly. Practicalities here, people. I mean, you've parked under a tree with birds in it before, right?
God, I hate birds right after you wash your car, and because it's like a shit magnet.
Exactly.
You guys remember that old Super Bowl commercial?
Which one? There's so many of them.
So no, it's specifically about the birds. So this guy just washes his car, and then like the pigeons are like the Air Force. So like the guys drive it home to get into his garage, and the pigeons are talking back and forth to each other, basically dropping these shit bombs onto this car, and it's just like, never mind. If no one's seen it, it's not funny.
No, I know which one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about now. Once you started talking about it, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
but
yes, I remember that one too.
Yeah. But Mia said 5-minute warning. Edge, do you have anything you want to ask us?
I think no. No, it's because
it's like, I think no, but maybe
no. It's only because I feel like with UPA, I know I've gotten to know you pretty well, and like most of the questions I do have I feel like are possibly more of a personal type question, not something that I would like to do here. So we'll leave that for now.
Okay, you were right, by the way, about the name of the creator of the Bowie knife. It's Resin Bowie.
Resin.
Zin. Resin.
I wonder if that's why the stuff that we put on the knife is called resin. Just saying.
I don't know. Okay. Dark Little Voices. It was created for Jim Bowie crafted by Resin Bowie in the early 19th century. Right, but the guy that... Yes, Okay. I don't know if y'all heard what Mia just said.
Yeah.
She said it in our ear. The knife was named for Jim Bowie, because he's the one that was using it all the time. But it was created by Resin Bowie for Jim. And I'm sure they were related somehow.
Okay.
Anyway.
Dark Little Voices says, yes. Can you fight while riding flying gators? What weapons do you take into battle? You take a sword. You take a sword and a lance, of course. I need a palace of dragons.
Okay. Dexter says, okay, using a banana for scale. How big are your inner demons?
The banana might be one of their toes.
Okay.
36?
Is that measured in stories? Is it like 36 stories tall?
36 bananas tall.
Are we going like in like kaiju territory with your inner demons?
Yes.
Who's your favorite kaiju? And it better be Godzilla. I'm joking. It doesn't have to
Mothra.
be Godzilla. Mothra's bad. Mothra's awesome. But Godzilla's still better.
Well, because he's like the true king of whatever. But
dude, I no, like straight up, I was watching like fucking poorly dubbed Japanese Godzilla movies as a kid, and I fell in love with them. That's how you know you're a real fan. If you started off with a poorly Japanese Godzilla and you're like, I still love Godzilla, then you're a fan.
Okay.
We didn't have none of these awesome graphics when we were kids.
Nope. All right, so it is time. His inner demons are 36 bananas tall.
Just real quick. Just one quick second. I just got a notification that Dark Little Voices is having a premiere in 30 minutes, so I'd love to see you all there.
Awesome. And what time is your show tomorrow that you're going to be on?
It is 12. I think it's noon Central, 1 p.m. EST.
Okay. So noon Central tomorrow here on the Nevermore Collective. PA Nightmare will be sitting around talking with people. Who? Who are you going to be talking with tomorrow?
I am going to be talking with Bard and Derringer, aka Brad and Drainage. And we're going to be talking about Power Rangers. So if any of my fellow nerds in the community want to come and learn random Power Ranger facts that I guarantee you don't know because I watch way too much Power Rangers lore, then, come hang out with us.
Okay. Next Thursday, Grave Matters. I have no idea who they're hosting.
I'm sorry, HR. We're closing the show now, dude.
Oh, sorry, HR.
Well, welcome. We love you.
What's up, HR?
So, thanks for joining us. It was fun. Told you it was a little chaotic.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I definitely had a blast. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Mia, thank you for doing the behind the scenes stuff. I know you're not feeling real well. And someday she and I will be in the same place at the same time again and talking. And if anybody's interested, PA, how would they get a show on the Nevermore Collective?
Come talk to me, Raven, Filia, Mia, Beautiful Nightmares 242 about what you want to do, and we can get you a time slot set up if you want to do a live stream or whatnot. Let us know. You can also just upload videos if that is your thing, and you just have like a one-off thing you want to do. You can upload a video. Just come talk to us, and we can get you set up.
Awesome. Well, I don't have anything else to say.
Just again, come to Dark Little Voices premiere.
30 minutes. Dark Little Voices.
There.
And once you join the collective, you can leave Nevermore.
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 Heavy.